Hello everyone, welcome again to the channel. Thank you so much for watching my videos and welcome in today's episode. So before we go ahead, don't forget to hit the like, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps this channel and it also helps spread the word about Casper to as many people as we can. So today we have an interesting post and we're going to be discussing about Coinbase, Binance and OKX. These are top exchanges, but all of them have not yet listed Casper, and these top tier 1 exchanges have been teasing a lot about listing Casper. So why are they waiting to list Casper? So we're going to start from far away because we know that Casper is a special cryptocurrency. It is different from everything that you can find in the crypto market. Now, one question was asked to the Casper community: describe Casper to me. This was one of the answers that I want to share with you all because Michael Satan really answered this question perfectly and in simple terms. Here's one of the answers which is really perfect. He said, Casper is computer science research at its finest, applied to solve real-world problem, permissionless consensus at internet speed. Now, the fact that he said computer science research at its finest, it took a decade plus in order to get Casper where it is. In order to launch Casper, it took a decade of research, and no cryptocurrency took all that research, all that time to do research. These people could have decided, let's say in 2015 or 2016, to launch Casper, but they wanted to make it perfect, and they really made it perfect. Now, why does a cryptocurrency that took a decade plus of research, and how comes a cryptocurrency that did a fair launch, no premise, no VCs, proof of work, and everything that you can name, how comes this cryptocurrency is not on the big stages, is not on top tier 1 exchanges, for example Binance, for example Coinbase and OKX? So this is actually something that most of the Casper communities are still trying to find answers. But one of the tweets that I read in the previous video is that Binance and Coinbase are afraid of Casper because Casper disrupts everything. Now you can see one of the posts that was posted back in the days where the Casper community was like trying to force Binance like to list Casper. We know that everything on the Casper side is already set. It's up to Binance to list Casper at their own timing. Like if they believe that this is the perfect time to list Casper, then they're going to list Casper. But Casper is not going to pay any type of money. It's not to pay any type of coins up front like other cryptocurrencies do. If they want to list Casper, they are going to do it at their own time. But no one in the Casper community is going to pay for listing, and that's how it has been. We never pay for listings, and we're not going to pay for Binance, and we're not going to pay for Coinbase, and we're not going to pay for OKX. That is how it is, community driven, like fair launch, proof of work, no premise, no VCs. If they want it, they'll have to buy it from the market. That's why it's really taking a lot of time. Now, one of the biggest top tier 1 exchanges, Coinbase, this is their CEO, Brian Armstrong, who was asked about Ethereum. He's had something to say about Ethereum. I'm going to read this tweet which says, Ethereum, fun fact, I met Vitalik Buterin in 2013 at San Jose's Bitcoin conference when he was writing for Bitcoin magazine. His writing was great. A few months later, I invited him to come by Coinbase first office San Francisco for a visit, and he showed us some cool stuff on his laptop. Fred, Olaf and I decided we should try to hire him and reached out to see if he would be interested in joining us. But due to a series of circumstances, including him not being able to get a work visa in the US, it didn't work out and he had to go back to Canada. While he was stuck in Canada, he created Ethereum. So in a way, the suboptimal immigration system in the US contributed to the creation of Ethereum. Happy 10th birthday, Ethereum. So this is Coinbase CEO like trying to provide a story on how he met the founder of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, back in 2013, and how he was interested in hiring Ethereum founder. But the thing that he really misses, and I thank you so much for the Casper community, because they had to remind him, like, it's not that Ethereum was created by Vitalik Buterin from his own research. He used some people's research from some research from the Kaspa founders. He used the research from Jonathan Sompolinsky and Aviv Zohar, and he implemented that type of research in creating Ethereum. And he also said it's not that he did use the research and did not acknowledge them. He said this publicly, that he used the research or the research papers from Jonathan Sompolinsky and Aviv Zohar. Now these people are the ones that went on to create and found Casper. Now you can see exactly how Casper was well built. Like a lot of research, the amount of research that went on into Casper is greater than even Ethereum. Ethereum is much big because of the fast move advantage, because it was launched back in the days when there was not a lot of cryptocurrencies, and it was also launched during the times when there was no a lot of cryptocurrencies like we have today. But that doesn't remove the fact that Ethereum's founder Vitalik Buterin cited a lot of research papers that were written by the Casper founders. Now the Casper founders have come with a real coin, which is Casper. So you have to choose either to go with Ethereum or other cryptocurrencies that have been copying, this research or this work from Casper founders, or go with the original work that was done by the Casper founders, who are Jonathan Sompolinsky and Aviv Zohar. So we also have OKX trying to tease about Casper. They've been releasing articles talking about Casper. So this is one of the articles that was released in June. So this is one of the articles that was released in July 28th, 2025, saying that Casper blockchain revolutionizing speed and scalability with ghost tag technology. So we know that these top tier 1 exchanges have been releasing. We saw what happened with crypto.com. They were trying to explain how to buy Casper, how to sell Casper. All this stuff is trying to prepare people for what is coming. Now the good thing is that the more they wait, the better it becomes for Casper, because let's say if they had decided to list Casper in December, or let's say January, Casper was still at 1 block per second. We did not expect smart contracts as soon as we expect right now. So it's a big advantage for Casper for them to keep on delaying listing Casper. And we know that when it comes to the macroeconomic factors, we're expecting rate cuts. Jerome Powell is also on our side because he is delaying rate cuts. And once these rate cuts come, you're going to have rate cuts, you're going to have smart contracts. At the same time, you're going to have listings. Now this move is going to be, I can't imagine how Casper is really going to pump. For the people that think that Casper is going to stay the same, I always keep on saying this. People don't see exactly where Casper is going, and people also don't know exactly or don't observe closely where Casper came from and where it is heading. Casper is community driven. It is what it is said to be. Anything that you hear from people, anything that you read about Casper is the same as it is. Community driven, proof of work, no pre-mines. It keeps the same Bitcoin principles, and it is even more Bitcoin than Bitcoin itself. Now it is the only cryptocurrency that has the ability to go head to head and challenge Bitcoin. We can see that the Casper community is trying to take on the Bitcoin maxis head on, really having the confidence to say that we are here to do Satoshi's work correctly. You've deviated from the original principles of Satoshi, and we are the ones that have to call you out. And we have a cryptocurrency that proves that you are going astray from the Bitcoin white paper. And that is the only cryptocurrency that has the ability to do that. And it is backed by research. It is backed by proof. It is backed by the Casper network. Everything that Casper is doing supports it and gives it the power to go against, the Bitcoin maxis and every type of community, because what has been done by Casper has never been done by any type of blockchain. So Casper has the confidence, Casper has the ability, has the technology, it has the community now. I don't think these Binance and other people, these top tier 1 exchanges, can keep on ignoring Casper. If the Bitcoin maxis were called out and they decided to respond because they could not stand the Casper community. I don't see how these top tier 1 exchanges are going to keep quiet about Casper for a long period of time. Eventually, they are going to decide to list Casper because the power of the community is so massive and they cannot keep on ignoring Casper. So we also have other developments on Casper that I really wanted to share with you. We have a social media platform that is being built on Casper. So this is thanks to the ability of Casper to be able to be programmable. You can program anything on Casper. You can use it as money. You can use it to create apps. You can use it to create DeFi systems and everything. You can use it to create anything that you want. That's the beauty of Casper. But this stuff cannot be done on the Bitcoin network. So Casper has the features of a store of value. It also acts as a medium of exchange, but you can also use it depending on your needs. Like it is something that meets users' needs. Like how Michael Sutton said, Casper is a computer science research at its finest, applied to solve a real-world problem, permissionless consensus at Ethernet speed. So it solves real-world problems. If you want a decentralized social media platform, it is being built on Casper. We are currently in the early stages of this development, which is called Verum. I'll be really glad to see how this develops, and let's see what is going to happen because we're seeing a lot of building on the Casper network. We had Cassia messaging. We also have this Verum social media app. Who knows what is going to be happening because the development that is happening on Casper is really massive. As you can see, as you can see this post from Alex, which says, "Thank you all for testing the first version of Verum on testnet and for your valuable suggestions. I've just deployed a new version of the protocol for testing. It includes breaking changes but introduces exciting new features. Stories, now you can share your story without content size limitations. Verum account address, Important as we are still in the testing phase, the updated front end won't recognize existing accounts. You'll need to recreate your account using the same address. Previously posted the content will also not be visible for now." So there's still a lot of development that is happening on this application. So let's see what is going to happen. But all I can say is that the development and the building that is happening on Casper is exciting. Like people are coming up with great ideas about things to build on Casper. And it's just the beginning because I think a lot of builders haven't found Casper network yet. They are still building on centralized, systems. They're still building on systems that collapse every day in, day out. So once they find Casper and once they realize that it is the only thing that you can need, they are going to really flood and start building on Casper. So this is it for today. Let me know what you think about what we have discussed. Are these top tier 1 exchanges going to list Casper soon after smart contracts are being released, or are they going to still wait and list Casper at their own timing? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. See you in the next episode.